All right, Kevin O'Neill's back here. We have Raquel Akye here. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, close enough.
She's a new member on the Libertarian Party Hillsborough County Communications Committee. So if you guys in TV land want to help develop some projects, just contact us. So we're out here talking about some activity in Tampa here. We have a Tampa Community Center behind us with our freeway I-275. And this past Monday it was, about 6 days ago, our mayor of Tampa, Bob Buckhorn, our chief of police, Eric Ward, and state attorney, whose last name I think was Moolah or something like that. I apologize, can't remember his last name.
I can't remember either.
Wanted to tell us that open carry is not good for Tampa. So they have fears. They mentioned all their giant projects they got on the planning board and how this is going to scare away their investors if Floridians go from carrying their weapon in their pocket to carrying their weapon 6 inches higher on their belt line. This is the kind of issue that Bob Buckhorn has. So Raquel here has been an expert in the Second Amendment for, 10 years now?
Not that long, but a good 5 years.
Good 5 years.
Yeah.
She recently got promoted. She's had some professional uptick in your new role.
Yes,
I'm going to hand
thank
this
you.
mic to you before I just keep talking too long. Tell us about this Second Amendment stuff and open carry and cities like Tampa, and what do the people need to know?
Well, first of all, Buckhorn, he's just wrong. He's not giving any real facts. He's just making up things. He's like comparing open carry to the Wild Wild West. As far as I'm concerned, the Wild Wild West is like a Hollywood production. It has nothing to do with reality. So we have 45 states in the union that do have open carry laws, and we don't have the Wild Wild West, in those 45 states. In fact, open carry was legal. There was nothing unlawful. There was nothing unlawful about open carrying a firearm through history. It really was states who started making laws preventing people from open carry. Actually, open carry was quite common back in the day. I don't know if that is what we want right now. I mean, I don't mind, but that's not what we have right now. That's not what we want right now in the state legislature. What we're asking for is that people don't get convicted and brought up on charges and become felons just because they have accidental exposure. So they have a concealed carry permit.
So if I have we'll just pretend this is a firearm. If I put my firearm from this pocket to this pocket on the street, what is that?
That is illegal.
How illegal is that?
Because it can be called open carry, and that's what's been going on in the state of Florida the past decade. And that's that all of these people are being brought up on gun charges for an accidental exposure, which, in other words, there's no criminal act going on. It's just a matter of a police officer in public saw somebody with a concealed carry permit. Okay, these are permitted carriers, and for some reason it's not concealed 100%, and they're being picked up. So this is like they're not even doing anything criminal.
Exactly. So to my interpretation of what's going on too is, and you can tell me if you believe this or not, is we have an out-of-control judiciary, from state's attorneys to district attorneys to even private practice lawyers who are more than happy to defend an open carry violation. I'm sure they'd be happy to charge fees for Joe Blow, concealed carry owner, who now has to go defend himself in court because the neighbor saw him go from his car to his house and his jacket was flung open or hung up on something. He had a wardrobe malfunction, basically.
Exactly.
And next thing you know, he and his family and his career are basically at stake. So, so I would, most sane people who are new to politics would be like, oh, we can work out something. But the truth is, the judiciary, from the state attorney's office, even some of these police chiefs and sheriffs have it out for anything that has to do with open carry or anybody who's a concealed carry holder. And in fact, want to just exert the controls they have over us any way they can. And this is just another tool in the bloated government's toolbox to use against people. Am I off base?
No, you're right on.
Okay.
I think so.
What's going on with Tallahassee, our state capital, for those of you who aren't paying attention? What's going on in Tallahassee?
Well, right now, we had two gun bills going on. So we have open carry, and then we also had campus carry. But the senator in charge, the Senate leader, decided that they weren't going to bring it out for a vote, although the state house did accept it. So this is they don't even want the members of the legislature to vote on it, and that should be a red flag for people. And if you want to learn more about open carry and also campus carry, you can check our website. So we're going to be posting up a bunch of information about it, and then we're going to also list, I think we should, list the legislators in the state that you can call up and ask them.
Is there any, who's leading the charge, you think, for the people regarding open carry or campus carry? Is there any websites you might want to point people to?
I want to give a shout out to Florida Open Carry, Florida Open Carry Inc. They have great news alerts, particularly, all on gun issues, not just open carry. So I would definitely recommend that website for updating information, and it's happening right now.
Right. So if I understand, we're like 3 weeks into a 60-day-long legislative session in Tallahassee. So some of the responses you're hearing here are just a result of these bills getting modified as they go from subcommittee to subcommittee and work their way to the House floor or the state Senate floor. There's many steps in this process. Your elected official needs to hear from you as to where you stand on this. For every phone call they receive, they really do believe there's like 1,000 other people just like you who thinks the same. So they want to hear from you. They do keep track of this. I think, is there anybody you should be flagging here who's either an elected official who's helping or an elected official who's hurting the process? Does anyone come into your mind?
Guts. Goetz.
It's not Bernie Getz, is it?
No, not Bernie Getz.
That's a New Yorker joke.
Okay. This is campus carry. I want to go back to.
No, you're doing fine. I think it was a Judiciary Committee committee chair out of Miami who I want to say is. I forget his name, but he has the last one.
Senator Miguel Diaz de la Porte.
There you go.
Yes.
Mr. de la Porte, Senator
de la Portilla.
Senator
Diaz
Portilla.
De la Portilla.
Apologize to us Anglos here, not getting his pronunciation correct, but nonetheless, tell us about him. Has he been causing us a delay?
Let's see.
I think I recall he delayed it from leaving the Judiciary Committee about 10 days back.
Okay.
But you tell me if you have an update.
No, I mean, he's removed it from the calendar, Senator, and we need to pay attention. We need to contact him. Well, why are you removing it from the calendar? It's worth to bring it up to a vote, particularly when we have, 45 states in the union, and, Florida's pretty conservative. We're pretty pro-gun rights in the state of Florida. There's absolutely no reason why we don't have open carry. In fact, Texas just passed open carry. Nothing happened. There weren't big shootouts at midnight. No, at high noon.
Was there an uptick in those round things on the backs of cowboy boots?
No.
None of
those. Nothing happened. Okay. Nothing dramatic happened.
So we're talking about responsible, law-abiding people who don't want to get hassled by their government. This is actually a right in our U.S. Constitution and our Florida Constitution, and it's still being abridged. Our rights are being abridged by the government in these areas. People are very patient. We will accept some level of hindrance in getting our work done, so to speak, via government. But at some point, we're sick and tired of this. I think we're at this point. What's your opinion on this?
Yeah, it's about time. Particularly, like I said, in Florida, we have, I think, there's 50% of the population are concealed carry holders.
Thank God.
Yes, and we have respect for the Constitution, and we have respect for the Second Amendment. And really, the only thing we're trying to do is just bring back what was originally afforded to us, which is the right to protect yourself. And not just in self-defense, but of course it's your right to use firearms for sport, for hunting, for. So
just to go back to Bob Buckhorn, the recent Chief Eric Ward, he just got his job after the last one, Chief Castor, I forget her first name, stepped down. Ironically, she was a GOPer. And the week after she left the role of Chief of Police, she became a Democrat. I wonder if she's going to run for mayor of Tampa.
As a Democrat.
As a Democrat.
Yeah.
How do you like that one? I think we've had some history of this in Florida with GOP candidates turning into Democrats. So I think there's a level of distrust in the concealed carry people and the voters in general of government. I think the days are long gone for us to allow some regulation here, some regulation there to keep us safe, because they've lost all credibility at this point. They are using, the black and white words of sentences within the law against us instead of looking at the spirit of the law. They've long, probably 15, 20 years ago now, have taken away judicial, judicial decision making in cases, and have come out with these mandatory minimums. Which really does, because the judge wants to follow the law, of course, does tie their hands from doing sane things like, sir, can you put that button on your blue blazer and cover your gun next time you get out of your SUV in your driveway, please, and just send him on his way with a little slap on the wrist. Instead, that same guy gets, 5, 10 years in prison.
And it's a felony charge, and it could ruin your career, your life.
So libertarians are sort of those types of folks. We've gotten to the point where we just cannot believe that government can fix these problems. So in this case,
right.
Although some people may be criticizing open carry legislation as going back to the Wild West, as Bob Buckhorn said just Monday, most of us are really saying the government cannot be trusted with the details of what's in and what's out, and we need to just go right back to our Constitution, which is these rights shall not be infringed. So I think that's my interpretation of where the momentum is with what we're doing. So for those of you who are elected officials, make what you want with their comments, but tides are changing. Your predecessor, your other elected officials ruined it for you. It'd be real wise to get on board with backing the people and having the people's back as soon as possible. I don't care what color party you're from. We happen to be libertarians. Right. Maybe we're just going to be here to educate people, but we do plan on running people for elected office. We've got several running right now. In fact, on February 10th, which is Wednesday next week, we have John McAfee from the Billionaire.com days coming to Tampa. He's running for U.S. President. He's hoping to win some delegate votes from the Libertarians.
He's from Alabama?
Tennessee.
Right
now. He's from Tennessee right now.
Great.
We're hoping he moves to Florida, because we sure love another billionaire here in Florida.
Yes, that'd be fun. And he's a libertarian.
He's definitely a libertarian. Yes. He's going to be at Peabody's Billiards. We rented out it's called the Palms Lounge, which is attached to Peabody's Billiards. Just off to the left as you drive up. Free access. We're selling tickets for dinner. I think it's $14. Check it out on our website.
Cool. I'm going to be there for sure. Yeah, I'm going to bring a whole crowd.
You're going to buy a bunch of tickets for dinner?
Yes.
Awesome. We're doing a little fundraiser for dinner sales. You can get in the door for free. And you can check us out on our website, LPHC.org, or Hillsborough Libertarians. If you can type all those letters out, HillsboroughLibertarians.org. And anything else going on in the next couple days?
No, just keep following our website, because we're going to be posting probably weekly gun reports. Because we feel that this is a very important topic, and it's really hot right now in Tallahassee. So we want to be right on top of the politicians. We want to remind them that, hey, we're here. We like our Second Amendment rights, and we want to keep them that way.
Call your assembly person up there in Tallahassee. Let them know how you feel about this, and tell them whatever they do, they sure as hell better bring this to the floor so we can get a vote on it.
Exactly. We just want to vote.
There's a ton of momentum going in our favor, the open carry supporters' favor. And I can't even understand the mentality of wanting this not to go. But anyways, we're just trying to keep our eyes out for you. So we're going to see y'all later, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.